Ooh, poke him.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am building a bowling alley in the new Copperdale world of The Sims 4 high school years. I decided to build this on the lot that the library was on originally. It was a tight squeeze because the bowling lanes are pretty long, but I was managing to make it work. I ended up putting 4 lanes in here in the end, so I felt like it was a good amount that your Sims could visit the lot and make use of it. I also ended up making it as a lounge lot type. There is no bowling alley lot type in The Sims, which is very unusual, but it works nonetheless. So I went ahead and did have to put in some items to make it classify as a lounge in the game, but your Sims have no problem going here just to bowl, so it works out pretty well. I do end up using these dance floors from Get Together to create kind of a windowed effect on the ceiling. I know you can do this with roofing as well, but I really like that it makes them flat and it doesn't have to be adjusted in any sort of way. I was kind of going for a modern look for this building. I know that the original library look and a lot of this town originally does come across as being there for a while, like it's kind of older, but I wanted this to look a bit more modern. I feel like if they didn't have a bowling alley in the first place, they probably would have renovated this lot to make it look a little bit more put together and something that teens would want to visit. I did also feel like this was a good idea to have a bowling alley in this world because there's not much to do in terms of after school activities. I think I mentioned that in my last video, but adding some of the expansion packs I feel like really helps in creating some activities for the teens to do and some hangout spots for them. I know bowling alley is not everyone's favorite necessarily, or maybe it's something that you guys don't have downloaded, but if you don't, I'm not sure exactly how much the pack goes for, but I do really actually like the bowling feature. I feel like it's a little more casual and something you can send your Sims to do to change up the pace a little bit. So all in all, honestly, I'm a big fan of the bowling pack. Unpopular opinion or not, I'm not sure, but I do really enjoy the pack itself. There's not all that many items. I think I actually probably managed to use all of them if I'm not mistaken, but it is it's a cool pack in general. So I did create in the front here kind of an area where you could get your shoes. So this is actually a bar, so it will function as a bar if your Sims come here. But I felt like it reminded me of, the way it looks when you go into the bowling alley and you have to pick out your shoe size and whatnot. So I went ahead and put that there with some bar stools. I didn't want to go like overbearingly colorful in this build, so I did add a couple of like super colorful things, but most of the main items like the walls are a darker color so that it's not too like in your face. And then I created these little nooks here with these chairs from the pack to give you kind of a seating area if your Sims are using the lanes. And actually, yeah, I put 3 lanes in there. I don't know if I said 4 or 3 earlier, but I ended up putting in 3. And I put these little end tables there so that they're not in the way if your Sims want to sit there. And then I used those little dividers that came from the pack as well. I end up using the carpet that comes with Discovering University, I believe. And the swatch that I used, I felt like matched really nicely, but it wasn't, again, too over the top. So you'll see that in just a second here. And then what I did was I created kind of like a loft space up above. So there is a few games and things for your Sims to do. I put the photo booth from the high school pack as well up there, and a foosball table and also a ping pong table. So there's a couple of activities that kind of overlooks the bowling alley. So it'll give you a couple more activities that your Sims can do while they're there. And underneath this stairwell there, or I guess next to it, is where I end up putting the bathrooms in just a bit. So I didn't have, again, a whole lot of space because this lot is pretty small. I think it's only a 20 by 20 lot, but any of the other larger lots in this world that you could place other things, there are houses in them and they look like there would be houses there. I don't think it would make sense with the driveway for there to be a bowling alley. So I had to squish this as tightly as I could into this lot, which is why there's also not a lot of exterior landscaping. But again, I think I've said this before, I don't feel like that's my strong suit. So I felt like it was okay that it ended up working out like that. And then here's where I'm just putting in the bathroom doors, and I end up going with, again, some darker swatches. I end up changing the walls here in a second to a different one that I believe actually came with base game. So I put that in there, and then I end up using some tiles from Spa Day, and then I used these from the new high school pack. I added in some sinks here, and those are from the fitness pack, I believe, and then used the mirrors from the new pack from the high school. And I also did the Get to Work wall add-ons. I really like the hand sanitizer dispenser. I've used that in my last couple of builds, and I like that paper towel holder because I feel like it's just a little more realistic. I was trying to figure out here if I wanted to put something, but I couldn't exactly decide on what I wanted. I felt like in a lot of bathrooms for businesses, and especially like bowling alleys, I feel like there's always like some sort of poster for like events coming up, but I ended up putting these school posters here. I felt like they fit in pretty nicely, and I was trying to figure out how the lighting would look at night, so I just added a light in there so that it helps illuminate things just a little bit more. And then here I'm adding the photo booth and the game. I was looking for that giant arcade game. I end up putting that over to the left. But that is it for this build, you guys. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'd love if you subscribed, and I will see you in my next video.